I had to share this one. Now I am sitting down reading my Bible because I started reading cover to cover from January. I started back reading cover to cover. And I am reading. I saw a bird fly over the gate. I looked at it and I left it. And I'm here talking to God, like asking him questions because I'm at the end of Exodus, going on to Leviticus. And at the end of Exodus, he's telling Moses and Aaron how to dress the temple, the tabernacle, what to do. And he's telling them that Aaron and his sons had to be washed to enter the tabernacle. He said he should use anointed oil to anoint the tabernacle, and they should be washed. And when I'm reading it, everything is supposed to be clean because that is holy. And I finished reading and I switched to Leviticus, and it was just a complete change in tone. It says God called Moses and Aaron and told them that they should get sacrifice, and it should be lamb or goat, or if they use chicken, they should wring the neck in the tabernacle of the congregation and sprinkle the blood around the altar. And I'm saying, God, this is not consistent, because if you're saying all clean here, how does it switch to sprinkling blood around the altar and all of that? Won't the blood spoil? Won't it get smelly? Won't there be flies? And I'm not hearing God answer. And I'm saying, I wonder who God is angry with. And I'm saying, God, are you angry? And this is how I'm talking to him in my mind. And I wasn't getting an answer. And I said, okay, I will ask you another time. And then God showed me the bird in front of me. And I felt the elder spirit. God said, he is there. And I started cutting him loose. The bird flew away. And then God answered. When he said the devil writes in the Bible, he does. But he says we have to fall deeper in love with him. Because if we don't, we're not going to know. We're not going to see the difference, the shift in what is happening. Because if he's telling them to do the tabernacle all clean and nice, and they even have to wash before they go into the tabernacle, how does it shift to wringing an animal's neck in the congregation of the tabernacle and sprinkling the blood around the altar? How does it shift to that? If you're not paying attention, you're not going to see it. But that is not consistent with what God was saying. He's saying he told them how to make the curtains, the lavers, everything. He told them where to place the candles. He said use oil to anoint it, all of that. And then it just shifted. Wring the animal's neck in the tabernacle of the congregation and sprinkle its blood around the altar. That was not consistent with what God was saying. So I'm there and saying, God, I don't want to question you, but this is not consistent. I need you to explain this to me. And he said to me I should repeat hallelujah, because that elder was blocking me from feeling him. He said, repeat hallelujah. And I started repeating hallelujah. That's when I felt the spirit. That's when I saw the bird. And that's when I knew it was the elder. He said, he's right there with you. And I cut that spirit loose and the bird flew away. And that was when I could hear God. So for all of who are saying, I am hearing God, God is saying this. If you don't know the difference between a demonic spirit, if you can't ask God to show you, then how are you hearing from God? They block everything for God from you. They don't want you to hear from God. They don't want you to get anything of God's. And this is how these demons work. But the devil writes in the Bible as well. If you are reading and you're focusing, then you're gonna notice the shift. When it says one thing, it shifts to something else, and it's not consistent.